Huge day. And I think that because of the testimony of Gata, and because of Andrew McGuire's talk with the CFTC, basically giving them the playbook because the CFTC didn't even know what to look for. Uh, I think, and I hope, I don't know this to be true. I'm not an insider, but this could be a game changer because if J.P. Morgan, HSBC, and all these other bullion banks can't short silver like they had been doing, oh my goodness, you know what a tangle web we weave. Uh, it's prices are going to skyrocket. If there are other factors that involved in this, of course, but I just think that this could be potentially a game changer. Potentially, we have to see how the CFTC rules on position limits and if they're going to follow through. We already have the Department of Justice saying that they're going to be looking at JP Morgan in its dealings with the silver market and its potential uh, manipulation of that market. So I think this may be a game changer. If that is the case, um, you should have been in a long time ago. I'll just say that. If not, there is still time. When you're talking about silver, you're investing in a metal for the world. The world is investing in silver. When new cell phones, all types of technology use silver. There's less silver out there than there is gold. There's no reason. There is no reason. And usually the historical trend for gold and silver has been a ratio of between 14 and 16 to 1. Therefore, if whatever the gold price is, divide that by 16 or 14 or 15, and you get a relative price for what silver should be. Right now, that ratio is 68 to 1. That is ridiculous. So silver is way cheap, even by its own historical standards of its high back in the 80s of 52. It isn't nowhere. It is nowhere close to being that. Whereas gold has surpassed its high of 850 back in the 80s around the same time. So silver's cheap on all kind of bases if you want to look at it like that. So I would invest in something hard. I would not be investing in the stock market. I was actually buying silver at the time when this deep uh, drop in the Dow occurred. So I did not see it. I wish I had, but apparently it went down in seconds and it went up in seconds. So what, one and a quarter trillion dollars were lost in that period. That's how fast this is going to hit people. Once this really hits the fan, once all of this fraud gets exposed, once what's done has been done in the dark comes to light, it's going to literally spin heads. And if you think you are protected, I would sincerely make sure that you are, because wealth transfer is going to be so fast. Computers are so fast now. Things that back in the 80s, back in the 50s and 60s, they didn't have this technology. So word is going to spread very fast. You need to get your stuff out. And once everybody's trying to hit the panic button to get out the door at the same time, you're going to have experienced a crash you've never seen in your life. And so I'm warning you ahead of time. Prepare yourselves mentally. Prepare yourselves physically. Stack up on some water, stack up on some gold and silver, stack up on soup. If I'm wrong, what did you got to lose? You got extra cans of soup and water. That's not a bad thing. If, however, you do nothing and I'm right, you are in a boatload of trouble, and I would not be asking or depending on my government at this time for help. The government has its own issues that they can't even solve. So if I were you, I would get that together. That's all I have. Black Swans, Game Changers. This is the Wise Wolf Project. Thank you for participating.